Welcome to Outlaw Creations.
Okay, in my last video, I did a little whine-in about, not receiving the air compressor. And today's video is going to be, you don't need an air compressor if you got an oxygen bottle. So I went and bought some 2 foot by 2 foot, 2 millimeter steel, and we're going to be using the oxygen bottle. And we're gonna start. This is going to be our first cut. And I'm going to start in the machine. Well, first of all, I'm going to get this turned on, hooked up to Wi-Fi, and then we'll go in the computer and I'll show you the steps that I'm going to go through, and then we'll see how the first cut goes. Let's get started.
There he goes, it's a working man. He's trying to make a living any way he can. And he'll break his back for $1 or $2. Oh, there ain't no shame in what he do. Oh, work it out.
Okay, so here we are in Xtool Studio. We brought our image in. Now, if you go up here, here's your device right here. You can choose another device, but obviously we have the Xtool Metal Fab. Now, what you do want to do is go right down the list. Now, this is showing that I only have 5.5 gas pressure. And let's go down our material first, because it wants to know what you're doing. So we're going to go cut, then we're going to choose our material, and we have 2 millimeter carbon steel right there. Apply, and got it. Let's recheck that. 2 millimeter, number 45, carbon steel. Yep. Okay. Confirm. Then you want to go right down the thing. Oxygen. We're running oxygen. Confirm. Now it's telling me right here on the oxygen, I need 8.7 psi. And right up here you can see I've got 5.2. So I need to turn that up a little bit. So I'm going to go out and turn that up just a little bit and see if I can't get it a little closer to 8.7. Okay, we got it up to 6.4. We need to get it up a little higher. It's hard to adjust a gas regulator with a dial knob. Right there, it's 6.5, 6.2. Okay, we need to turn it up just a little more. Okay, 8.6. That's pretty damn close. 8.4. I could probably turn 8.6. I'm going to go twist it just a tear. Okay. All right, we're right about 8.6, 8.7 right there. So what you want to do is go right down your thing. So we're using, it tells you what nozzle to use. 1 millimeter double layer nozzle. Confirm. Calibrate. Here's where we want to calibrate. You always want to do this every time. So we're going to calibrate this. It's capturing the image. You just go right in here with your little crosshairs and click on it. Now the machine's moving around. It's checking to make sure this thing is in the center of this. And actually it looks pretty good. It's almost taken up the whole space by the time his horns up here get done. So that's all looking pretty good. Calibrate, calibrate. Let's see if it'll let it. Now, if something doesn't feel right, it'll tell you that's not right. The element is placed out of processing area. Okay, let's take a look. So you see down here at the bottom, it needs to go up a little bit. So we're going to go ahead, just move this up a little bit. Boom. Now we'll calibrate that again, and we'll click there. Now this time it should be good. So we should be in a good spot in the center. It's taken up almost the whole 2x2 steel, which is calibration. You can see it tells you what to do. So we're going to go ahead and process this and take a look at it. That's what it's going to look like. Nice elk. And we're going to hit start right here. Oh wait, it says low pressure 8.4. So we're going to turn that a little bit higher. Okay, now we're a little too high, but 8.7 is what they want, and we got 9.6. Let's see how it works. Go ahead and hit start. During the laser head processing, it may collide with the material. No, it won't collide with the material. So we're going to continue. And now all we have to do is go out there and push the button. Let's go out to the machine and see how this goes. It's a little warm, but there you can see the edges. I've got it dialed in really nice, actually. Keep the air pressure a little bit on the back. Actually, hardly any. You can just barely make that off. So I've got to make a couple more big ones. Okay, my very first cut with the Xtool metal pad. I didn't do the little bird on the thing because I don't have an air compressor and I can't cut thin material with oxygen. It doesn't work very good, I guess. But this is 2mm steel, and I had a gate project to do, and I thought, well, why not make my first project the pieces that I need for my gate? And this is no post-processing at all. Matter of fact, I can feel just a little bit on this side. Nothing on this. I don't even know if I would grind that, but I guess I could run a little grinder over it just to smooth it out a little bit. But the edges are so fine. I must say, let me show you all of my gate pieces that I made, and I made all of these pieces. I had some pre-cut steel ready for this gate project, and I did all these pieces in just a few hours, not even that much. And each time, the only thing that I really did in the computer to try to improve the cuts was to ensure that my gas pressure The regulator on the gas, it's a little tricky to get it to stay right where they want it as far as their pressure. But their settings in Xtool Studio was pretty good. And yeah, I'd have to say, even though, you know, I've got kind of an ordeal going on with them as far as I still don't have an air compressor. I've got an air dryer, and now they want me to buy an air compressor air dryer combo, which I told them, I said, don't you sell the air compressor separate? They said no, so I ordered it. I went ahead and paid for an air compressor air dryer combo. They, I did have some points in there, so I got a little bit of a discount. But now they're shipping an air compressor and air dryer, which I had to pay for extra. And they're supposed to send me a return ticket for this. I don't know when that's going to happen. But anyway, that's kind of what's going on with this air compressor thing. And it's funny too, because the Xtool support is pretty good community. The only problem is there's so many of those support people probably all over the place, and you start getting responses from different people, and then you don't even know what to do. Like one girl, her name was Princess or something, I don't know, but she said, no, you cannot order the air compressor separate from the air dryer. And I said, well, how did I get an air dryer separate from an air compressor? Anyway, so she said no, so I went ahead and I just bit the bullet and bought the combo. And then this morning I was checking my emails, and another support person from Xtool had sent me an email. Hey, we want to make this right. We'll separate it out, and all you have to do is buy this air compressor, and we'll send that separate. That way you don't have to return the air dryer. And I said, hey, I go, that's great, but I already ordered the whole thing. I don't know. They've got, so anyway, at least they communicate, they try to communicate, even though, you know, it can get jumbled up. I'm not a sponsored person, by the way, so any reviews that I do on this Xtool Metal Fab is honest advice, and my honest advice. And right now, let me show you everything I've cut in one afternoon with this Xtool Metal Fab. And then you make your own judgment. Yeah, let me flip the camera around and I'll show you all the things I've cut. Okay, so I've got two big gate projects to do. They're 16 feet long, 8 foot on each side. So I'm going to put 3 animals in each side, and then I'm going to have these fish in the middle of the gate as the handles. And I'll do a video on doing that whole gate. But yeah, I thought that would look pretty cool. But yeah, here you can see this is a moose that I did with trees. This is a mountain lion on a stick. I might do a different one of these. Here's a bear. Yeah, here's an elk, a bobcat, and a deer. And I got another moose for another gate. But yeah, the detail is really good. I mean, I haven't done any post-processing on any of these yet, as far as grinding or anything. So you can see, like, this is a bobcat. The detail is really good, super clean. Yeah, this is 2mm steel. Anyway, yeah, except for my ordeal with the air compressor, I would have to give the Xtool Metal Fab pretty high mark today, as far as it is easy to use. I'm doing my drawing in a different software because I haven't really started figuring out how to draw in Xtool Studio. But since I'm already used to some other software, I can import my little drawing in there really easy as a cut file, as an SVG, and process it through the Xtool Studio. So I'm extremely happy with this. I mean, I'm actually, my next project, I'm going to actually test cut some thicker, some like 3/8 steel And then I'm also going to test cut some aluminum, some thick aluminum. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, like the video, and we will see you next time. Later.
There he goes, it's a working man. He's trying to make a living any way he can. And he'll break his back for $1 or $2. Oh, there ain't no shame in what he do. Oh, work it out.